semi-finals reached. How are you guys feeling about that?
Yeah, very well. Obviously, the home games that we've played here, we've been unbelievable. That's what you want to do, is you want to try and have success at home. We've got one more game to do that, but yeah, first achievement of the competition was or the goal of the competition was to make the semis. And we've played well. Last 3 games, won 3 in a row, which is really good leading into the knockouts. Thanks, bud.
You with us?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Congrats making the semis. So, I mean, beginning of the season was a slow start for you guys. Was there a moment where you thought this might not be possible?
I think especially the first 3 games, we didn't have Thick Shana with us. So we went to the coastal wickets where the ball spins a lot. So we didn't have the resources, I think, or enough resource to tackle those conditions. Yeah, if he was there, it would have been a little bit easier in managing. When we played against the teams, they would have 2 or 3 spinners in those matches, where we just had 1. So I think that played a big part. At coastal wickets, 2 spinners always plays a big part of it. And then when we came back to these conditions, we played the team that we picked for these conditions. Obviously, Phangiso came in and bowled really well, but now he's not with us anymore, unfortunately. But another guy stepping up, obviously with Sikshana today, to bowl really well with the spinning ball. We didn't expect the pitch to be that dry, but we had to adapt.
And how are you guys adapting? I mean, you're doing fine because you qualified for semi-finals, but not having Phangi who started the tournament with you guys, would you like to comment about not having him in this?
No, it's unfortunate. I mean, obviously Phangi's bowled for a long time with that action, but I suppose the question will now go back to the lead up into this tournament. Why wasn't it picked up then? Obviously, you don't want stuff like that happening in the tournament, but he accepts that he needs to work on his action, and he's busy with the rehabilitation process now. So hopefully he can get this. I mean, there's been a few guys that's gone through this process and come back to play again. So it would be really nice. He's a great guy in the dressing room. We love having him there, and he's also a really good performer. So we're missing him, but hopefully we can have him back next year.
Let's talk us to Carl Simmons and his come up, because he then is we wouldn't say a like for like, but it's pretty much doing the same job that Phangi did, and on this particular surface was mightily effective.
Yeah, we just felt, especially with having the off-spin option there in Tikshna, the part-time spinners in Ferreira and Risa Hendricks, that we want someone that can take the ball away from right-handers. So there wasn't many options left in the country. Obviously, everyone has already picked up. So we feel he slips in nicely into that role as a second spinner, and also bats a bit. So I think from a balance perspective, really good for our team.
Just talk us to your own form. How happy are you with your form, but also with the fact that now that playoffs are looming, that the middle orders needs to also just get a bit more batting work in them?
Yeah, no, very happy. Obviously, very pleasing that I can contribute to the team. For me, the most important thing is when you do have form, that you score big runs to cash in on that. I think you're wasting form if you're doing 20s and 30s. So really my responsibility in this phase is now when I do get in is to really try and make it count. So glad that I've got that the last 2 games. Yes, ideally we would like, tomorrow the middle order like to cash in on a bit of runs. So hopefully you can see, Sibs has been batting really well. He hasn't had much opportunity. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do. Leas Deploy has had a good campaign. So yeah, Wade and Ferreira, hopefully tomorrow will have a good knock. I think it's important for us to use tomorrow as that, an opportunity for guys to get some time in the middle, leading into the final stages. Obviously you want all your batters feeling like they've spent good time in the middle.
Okay, last question. Thank you, sir.
Okay, just a word on Timber. Faf, I mean, you were in the middle, you saw him bat today, and obviously with what he's gone through with, perhaps maybe not performing as well as would have liked in the South End jersey, but now he seems to be finding his way back into that, and also how much fun he looked to be having in the middle. Just a word on him.
Yeah, look, once again, T20, I find the hardest format to deal with form. So when you are scoring runs, it's really important to cash in on that. So Temba is on a bit of form now, so that will be really good for him to see him to score runs. Obviously before, when there was a little bit of pressure, it is hard as a batsman to try and find your form back when you feel like the game is always moving a lot quicker than it actually is, because you don't have time to just get yourself in. Every dot ball feels like you're more and more under pressure. So it's great to see him come back after his break and get some form in that one-day series. He played really, really well. Very pleased to see him score the way that he did. I think he's worked a little bit on being a little bit more aggressive, which is something that will evolve into his T20 game as well. And I saw that as well today, batted beautifully with some really, really positive stroke play. So I think that's the way Temba needs to play in T20 cricket for him to be at his best.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.